Hey guys, welcome to Infinite Light. My name is Shawnee. We got the full moon in Capricorn happening in a matter of hours as I'm recording this. For some of you guys, it's going to hit tomorrow. The energies have already been open for a while and they'll be open for like a couple of days after the initial full moon. What you might have already experienced is, especially if you're kind of fighting this energy, it is exhaustion, because the Capricornian energy in this full moon is asking you to really take some shit seriously, to be the leader of your own life, but like really put a microscope to the things that you've been ignoring, the things that you know deep down inside that if you took care of them, if you handled them, they would put you exactly where you need to be in the form of success for whatever aspect of your life. Success still needs to happen, still needs to grow in it could be in a relationships with people, it could be in career, it could be in it could be in anything. It could be in your money, it could be in assets, it could be in anything. If you are not really taking this energy seriously, it's gonna leave you feel almost like in turmoil, almost a little bit internal turmoil, almost a little bit like depression, because it's like, or anxiety a little bit, because it's like that you need to be doing something but you're not doing it. Yeah, a little anxious. The way to tap into this energy is to understand exactly what the Capricorn full moon is supposed to be doing for you. What Capricorn is, we control, and so how to really harness it and not let this energy work against you, to work with it, is to say, okay, we control our life's paths. Nobody's gonna come and save me. I'm gonna have to do it by myself. Me and my higher self, me and my spirit team, we got this. We can control the outcome of this by doing something different, by doing something we've neglected to do. So we got control over our path, over our future, and we will move forward. Does that make sense? So Capricorn full moon is asking you to do that thing, or those couple of things that you've been procrastinating on. The tough pill to swallow. I have this very strong inner knowing that it is going to be a short list or a long list of things that you've neglected for a reason. And the reason is how hard it's going to be to get it done. As somebody who's struggled with this before, and I mean, maybe I have undiagnosed ADHD. I don't know. My mom is a special ed teacher, emotional and behavioral disorder. So I thought I would have been diagnosed if I had it. But some of you guys who have this, or have kids or friends that have this, have probably heard of like the 5-minute rule. So you can literally, whatever it is that you haven't been able to tackle, whatever it is, you can if it's multiple things, you can prioritize. What's the biggest thing that's been the hardest for me to take a look at that will, if I just took a small little bite out of it, it would help me propel myself forward even just a little bit. And then set like a 5 or 10 or 15-minute timer, and then just sit down and dedicate time to whatever it is for the 5 or the 10 or the 15 minutes, and then allow yourself some break. But it's the discipline. Capricorn energy is discipline. Have the discipline to come back. Once it is that you finish whatever this is, whatever these things are, you'll feel so much lighter. I promise you. So Capricorn is asking you to take yourself seriously, your forward momentum seriously, and do that thing or those things that you have been neglecting to do. But let's see. Spirit, help me deliver a clear and concise message to those watching. Should anything negative pop up, immediately return it to sender. I don't want it on me. I don't want it in my household, and I don't want it on the viewer. There's definitely spirit around me right now. I feel something here, and I keep hearing noises in the background here. Interesting. This one was flipped. This is Josephine Baker, and I keep seeing her on my algorithm on Instagram. So she's got a message for us. There's a few synchronicities in here too. A popular YouTube tarot card reader just did randomly posted black and white videos yesterday, and I even put on his comments, I said, hey, I had a dream, and I guess he played it, he was in my dream. It wasn't a dream about him, by the way, and my dream was in black and white, and this card is in black and white. Josephine Baker, she's an American entertainer, the 20s 30s, and she wasn't in the 1930s, and she wasn't well received here in America, so she ended up going to France and staying there and becoming this amazingly huge pop star in France. Also a dancer, the banana dance, if you guys have ever heard of that. So maybe this Josephine Baker is resonating for you. Maybe you've seen a lot of things in black and white, and that's kind of wow, that's a synchronicity for me. But she is somebody who had a sort of rags to riches sort of story. She grew up fatherless, and ended up marrying very, very, very young. Her first marriage, she married a couple of times, ended up marrying very young. And then, like I said, she joined these sort of vaudeville-esque entertainment tribes, and then went to France, found her home in France, and then married a count. Ended up marrying a count. She did a lot of stuff during the war. She did end up getting sick and was unable to have children, and so she adopted several, calling them her rainbow tribe. So children from all around the world. If I'm saying this whole thing because could be a synchronicity in here for you. I would say she did end up losing money later in her life and dying in the 70s with not a whole lot in the way of money. I think the biggest thing for her was that it was the unhealing of her past, the things that happened to her as a child. And then they kept showing up in her relationships as an adult. The fact that she grew up with no money, no idea of monetary control, investment, all that stuff as far as how to keep money, how to maintain money, how to grow money. And then once she got money, because of bad investments and divorces and stuff like that, she ended up losing. It was real. She had a chateau in France too that she renovated that was absolutely gorgeous. So what I'm seeing here is relationship patterns that I'm seeing it. No offense to Josephine, but I'm seeing the relationship patterns that she was not necessarily aware of and wasn't able to in her lifetime change those patterns, and was inviting in people that were not probably necessarily for her greatest and highest good, though she did have a lot of fun. And then the patterns of money. So she started here and then went up here and then kind of fell down back here because she wasn't able to get a grasp on those two things. So I'm pulling all that energy for Capricorn for you here right now. What else is it that, trying to see what else is it that you need the collective to be aware of with this Capricorn full moon, please, Spirit? So you could take her life's path and history as something that could reflect your very own. And you could see, because this is a true person in history, how things could potentially end if you don't take control now that you've got the knowing, now that we're talking about how you could, or the things that, the patterns. Everything's been patterns for the last few days for me in readings. I don't know if you've noticed. Stories, wonder, and hope. Stories. What story have you been telling yourself? Question the narrative. It doesn't necessarily have to be on the world stage. I'm not mundane like that. But even your own narrative. Like, what stories have you been telling yourself that has kept you from tackling those things that you need to tackle, from really facing the demons inside of you, the shadow inside of you, that are keeping you in the procrastination land. Do you feel like things have to be perfect? Do you feel like things have to be lined up a certain way? What stories have you been telling yourself? Wonder. Be open and be curious. Open yourself to the wonderment and a feeling of awe. In a space of openness and childlike curiosity, miracles happen and solutions to challenges emerge. Sometimes, Spirit really does work, and Spirit really does listen. I text somebody last week. They said, "How are you doing?" And I text back and I said, "You know what? I've been fiending for some quiet time. And let me tell you something." I haven't had, I was thinking about it earlier today. I haven't had a text message from a friend, a phone call from a friend, and well, I take it back. I did get an email, but it was work related from a friend yesterday. But it's been like crickets. Not at my house with my kids, but it's been crickets. I haven't really had too much in the way of talking to friends this last week since before the 4th of July. And it's because I put out there in the cosmos, I said, I've been fiending for some quiet time. And Spirit was like, "You what? Quiet time? Cool. Everybody's phone is on do not disturb" type thing. Shawnee doesn't want it. And at first it was like, oh, what's going on? A little bit of loneliness. But then it's like, oh, I get it. You want me to do introspection. This is time for me to really see how I want to navigate things. So if you've been experiencing something like that in your reality, this is time for you to really navigate things. It's the idea of turning off the white noise so that you can truly concentrate on what it is that you need to concentrate on. You might see it in the way of plans being canceled or rainy days outside. Thunderstorms. I haven't really been able to take my kids to the pool because it's been thunderstorming and stuff like that here in Texas, raining really bad. So we've had a lot of inside time, and I've been reading and doing a lot of research. I'm now seeing how energy works. I called that into existence. But this wonder is okay, so now that Spirit is potentially giving a lot of us some time to pause, why not take a gander? Why not get up off of the couch, get up out from in front of the TV, after this video, turn it off, and then sit down at your desk or somewhere productive so that you can be productive on these things, whatever it is. I don't even know if maybe you need to go out into your garage and use your own internal gym or something, or if you need to go clean out your pantry or your refrigerator or throw away the alcohol. I don't know what it is for you. But this wonder is being open and curious to where whatever happens, the only thing that could happen worse from what's happening right now is that your stagnancy continues to be stagnant. Does that make sense? If you actually took a look, even by actually opening the envelope of whatever it is you haven't been wanting to open, or just started doing some research on whatever it is that you need to do research on, that right there is more forward progress than you had been doing. So be curious, have a sense of wonder. Hope. It's going to work out as long as you put in the work. It's going to work. It's got to go forward somehow. Hope. Better days are ahead. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up, collective. This card is a sign that your wishes and your prayers have been heard. You have not been forgotten. You have not been forgotten or abandoned. Things will get better. But I've said this before. Things will get better. But you're the one said this in a post, and I'm gonna bring it up. It's probably controversial. Whatever. And maybe I'm playing devil's advocate, but I put this in a post on my community on YouTube, and it said, Spirit doesn't want to save you. Spirit never intended to save you. Spirit wants you to save yourself. You have all the tools here and here. I know it's cliche to overcome. It's just that I feel like we've been raised around so much lack, and we've seen so much stuff go wrong that it's hard to have faith in that. But why not just give it a try? Having faith in yourself that you can, as yourself, do something different. Leadership, negative mindset. I shit you not, these cards say that. Why not? Why not just try something different? One more, please. Why not just try something different? It's nobody said it was going to be hard. I mean, nobody said it was going to be easy. It says not just no, but heck no. Not just no, but heck no. Nobody said it was going to be easy. Even as you continue to ascend, there's still healing that always has to be done. The work is never done. Every finish line is the beginning of a new race in life. But it's not only no, but heck no to staying where you're at. No. Not only no, we're not going to do that, but heck no. We are going to move forward in our life. All right. What do we have to look forward to if the collective starts taking leadership and starts changing around their negative mindset about themselves or whatever it is that they have to tackle? What is it that they have to look forward to, please, for the collective? Thank you, Spirit. What is it that they have to look forward to? Queen of Swords in the reverse, the High Priestess, getting rid of the negative mindset. This is narrow-minded right here. Queen of Swords in the reverse, and connecting to a higher level of consciousness. Once you stop saying, "Oh no, but what if, but it, oh shit," once you stop with the word "but," B-U-T. You step into that High Priestess power. Male or female, it doesn't matter. This is a card of connecting to your higher self. This is a card of connecting, bringing forward the subconscious into the conscious, and then really working on now what you're looking at. It's very powerful. It's finding comfort in an uncomfortable situation. Because fuck it, I gotta do it. Nobody else is gonna do it. I gotta do it. Not just you though. We, right? We, the collective. We gotta do it. What doesn't the collective see coming, please, Spirit? The Emperor in the upright, leadership. The Emperor in the upright, leadership. I mean, obviously, a lot in my collective is Aries, but this is you getting to a point in your life because of this season. Listen to what I'm saying. This is you getting to a point in your life because of this season, because of what you're overcoming currently right now. Even with the powers and the energies of this Capricorn full moon, that you become a teacher of others who later on will be in where you were, and then you can help them out of a tough situation. Here's what it was a proverb, and I don't know who said it, and I don't even know if it could be just a quote, but the teacher needs to teach as much as the student needs to learn. The teacher teaches from experience, from knowledge. You don't just get knowledge from reading a book. There has to be that it has to process. There has to be application. You have to have been able to experience something in order to truly teach something. I'm not talking about telling people things. I'm talking about teaching people things with this Emperor card. What else doesn't the and providing support to other people. And then being able to have the foresight, like, oh shit, I know exactly what's about to happen because I've been there, done that. What else? For the collective, please. What's coming towards the collective? Thank you. Ace of Pentacles with the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Pentacles with the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. A 1 and a 5. A 1 and a 4 is 5. 2s are significant here and 4s are significant here for you guys. The 5 is it's almost like your higher self is giving you this coin of opportunity and saying, okay, thank God you finally were able to sit down and stop procrastinating and tackle this three things, or then everything that's on your list of things that you've been procrastinating on. Okay, good. Now that you've cleared that energy, boom. Let's go. Let's keep working together. Here's new opportunities for yourself. And this Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck is I'm gonna well, hold on. I was gonna say money. No, it's not money. It's protecting yourself so you can move out of a shitty situation. This is like you're creating a how-to guide of moving out of a shitty situation where you've had to protect yourself and you've had to count your pennies and you've had to walk on eggshells and you've had to almost like getting like a full body pillow. I'm seeing like somebody with like a full body pillow to like the only way that you can go to sleep at night, or one of those weighted blankets, is if you like tame your anxiety, but moving away from that now. All right, what angels do we have around us as a collective that we can ask for guidance? Angel messages for the collective, please. Thank you. Clairsentience. This is not a specific angel. This is a power that you have within. I actually said it's not a specific angel, but it is. Look, this High Priestess. This is you connecting to your divinity. Archangel Raquel. Is notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. How have your dreams been? I keep asking that because mine have been, what the your dreams are guides. But then it also could be with the synchronicities. I don't know how many people, Josephine Baker, just this picture in general, or this being black and white, or Paris, or like vaudeville stuff, or the banana dance. I don't know how synchronous, how synced that is to your reality right now, but trust the synchronicities. I trust that this is going to be, something about this is going to resonate just immediately with the postcard for the collective I've invited in here that Spirit wanted me to talk to today. All right, one last card of advice. We'll get this one. All right, one last card of advice but you have to trust those synchronicities. You have to trust those pushes. I was on the phone with a client, and we both have heard the voice of angels in our head when we were going through something, and we needed that nudge. So trust that. You're not crazy. You have to trust those nudges from Spirit, Justice. It's again, stop lying to yourself with the stories. What stories have you been telling yourself? But if I do this, remove the but. It's through cutting through the BS, even your own personal BS, that you're going to find the balance in your life. You cannot control other people. And yes, there are other people that are trying to control you, you have to you have to call in your power, even though it's scary to do so. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it here. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye.